Welcome to the Evidence-Based Practice Overview for Chicagoland Field-Based Program. First, we are going to discuss what is a commentary. A commentary is a word that's used to describe the response portion of your application. The why. As a special educator, you need to learn how to target a specific skill for a student based on data. Then you need to understand how to select and implement an evidence-based practice for the learner. After that, it is important to understand how to monitor the student's progress to reflect on the effectiveness of the intervention. This is what we do. We are specialists. We understand how to target specific student needs. We collect and use data to identify underlying skill needs. Then we teach students based on what we have learned. So what will you do for the EBP? This is the big picture. The EBP is broken down into 6 parts. Part 1 is the ISIL. You're going to complete the ISIL framework and the riot plan. Part 2 is the riot. You're going to collect and interpret riot data and complete the riot framework. Part 3, pre-plan. You're going to prepare for and attend a pre-plan meeting to discuss your intervention plan for your focus learner. Part 4, intervention. Describe your intervention plan in detail and complete your paperwork. Part 5, implementation. Implement your intervention, collect data, reflect weekly, and respond to commentary prompts. And Part 6, reflection and evaluation. Provide your final reflection thoughts on your intervention. Prepare a presentation to share with the group about your intervention. And you're going to complete your IEP update and projected goals. Let's dig a little deeper into Part 1. As you see on the left-hand side, you will see the commentary for Part 1. In Part 1, you're going to begin to observe your learner to dig a bit deeper into the area of concern. Start to narrow down his or her needs by really taking an in-depth look into the instruction, curriculum, environment, and learner, otherwise known as ISIL. After you've completed your ISIL, you are now ready to create a data collection plan for your riot. Part 2. Here you are taking and analyzing data. You're organizing a lot of information from a variety of sources to make an informed decision about the specific target skill your student needs support or intervention in. All artifacts from your data collection process will also be included here. Part 3. This is your pre-plan. You will attend a pre-plan meeting to discuss your plans for your learner. Prior to the meeting, you will complete this form over to the left. Be prepared to share and clarify your plans for intervention. This meeting is to ensure you are on target with your thoughts to support your learner. All implementation procedures and interventions will be approved prior to implementation. Part 4. Now that you've selected an intervention you believe would be successful for your learner and discussed it with a supervisor, you will support it with research, describe about how data would be collected, and provide information about your selected intervention. This is the formal submission for your intervention information. Part 5. Now you will implement your intervention. Each week you will update your data into OneNote and respond to the ongoing reflection questions. These responses will be a part of your formal submission of this application. This part will last for 5 weeks. And finally, Part 6. You will now reflect on your data as a whole and determine if your intervention was successful or not. In this part, you will share your thoughts about next steps for the learner. You will also do an IEP update and projected goals, where you will take the IEP goal that you started with your learner and update that goal. And then you will project goals for the future based on how your student performed during the implementation process. You will also create and share a presentation with your colleagues about your intervention process. Thank you for listening to the EBP overview. If you have any questions or concerns, please drop them onto the ReggieNet weekly page and we will be sure to address your question or your concern. Thank you.